Hello everyone, my name is Mateo-Tube. Welcome back to another episode of Run8. We are here in the BNSF Bakersfield yard, and as you can see, we have 5 trains here. We have this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. This one on the far right is a train that I need to send off to Barstow, but I still need to build it, so that train's just going to sit there for the time being. Today, we have these 5 trains here, as I mentioned, and we're going to be taking these up to Arvin, and this took me probably about 3 to 4 hours to switch. I had 3 supply trains that I built for the Arvin branch, and I had to basically switch them into smaller trains to run the local. And here's the final product. I don't want to do it ever again, so I'm going to be rebuilding the supply trains to make my life a little bit easier. So without further ado, let's get started. By the way, my community server for Run8 is now up and running. I know I announced that I was starting a server a little bit ago. Unfortunately, I had to shut it down due to tech problems. However, the community server is now up and running. All you gotta do is join my Discord and the information is on there. Okay, so the first train we're gonna be taking today is UOC. In this train, we also have cars going to BLT, as well as LIM. Now these here are supposed to be 2-bay hopper cars. Unfortunately, I don't currently have the pack yet, so they're showing up as box cars. Without further ado, let's get this train connected and head off to Arvin. Alright, let's get started here. We're going to have to pull these 2 SD40s out a little bit, and then we're going to have to back them up to UOC. UOC, BLT, and LIM are the first 3 industries in the Arvin, the Arvin branch. So they're right at the start. That's why that's the first train we're going to be taking today. Hopefully everybody's having a good start to the week, by the way. I'm starting the week with PC problems, so I have no idea when this video is going to be out. It could be out Tuesday, it could be out Wednesday. I really have no idea. Right about there should do, so I'm just going to apply the independent brake here. We have an auto rack train that's leaving. I'm not too sure why, but for some reason my system's very filled right now. And I have auto disabled in the Barstow route because for some reason auto isn't working properly here. Trains at Main 1 aren't being sent off for some reason, so that's why I have auto disabled here. I also have auto disabled for Needles because auto just isn't working for these 2 places. But auto seems to be working fine with the Mojave sub and the Bakersfield sub. Alright, let's see if I have went back far enough. Yes, that should do right there. Alright, let's flip the switch here and reverse the train up. And by the way, why are you not working? Oh, my light switch isn't on. There we go. That would probably be why the light's not on, Mateo. Maybe you should check to see if you actually turned the light on or not. Alright. Man, finally, BNSF Bakersfield is finally starting to look like a real train yard. I don't want to tell you how long it took me to switch these trains together. Actually, I told you, but I'm not even sure if that's how long it took. It might have taken a little bit longer. Wow, like a glove. Alright. Usually, if, you know, traditional Mateo would have smashed right into this freight car, but it appears that's not how we're doing it today. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Right. So that should be good like that. I think all of these are connected, so I'm going to connect that. Partially open that up. We'll open that up. We'll wait for the brake pressure to fill, and while I'm at it, I'm also going to remove the handbrake, and we're going to run all the way to the end of the train and add an EOTD device. And if you're on my Discord, I did talk about the road trip that I took on Sunday. I went to a place called Fostoria. If you've never been to Fostoria, Fostoria is a, how do I describe it? It's a small town in like the northwestern part of Ohio, and they have an interchange there between Norfolk Southern and CSX. And I went there, did some rail fanning. It's the first time that I've went rail fanning in a little while, so it was pretty fun. I posted some pictures on Discord. I was going to say Instagram, but I don't post on Instagram. Haven't posted on Instagram in years. It was a good time. I recommend it if you have never been there. Alrighty. Okay, we're going to open this up. That should be good right there. There we go. We should be able to take off now. I think that BNSF that left the yard should be far enough ahead. We shouldn't be dealing with him. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're slowly moving out of the yard here. I'm going to give it another notch here. We're a pretty heavy train for 2 engines. I should probably have 3 engines, but I don't have 3 engines, so we're just going to be running with 2 engines. These 2 SD40s can do it, so we shouldn't be having too many issues. There's going to be a lot of running back and forth as well, as we have 5 trains. But my hope is that for this video, we're going to be able to service all the industries along the Arvin route. It's going to be a couple hours, but we'll get it done eventually. Slowly moving along here. Slowly moving along. I've been streaming a lot of this game on Twitch, if anybody wants to watch that. I have been playing this on Twitch. Link is in the description. You can also join my Discord to know when I go live, or if you would like to join the community multiplayer. Yep, always welcoming new members. Heck, even if you don't know how to play the game, you can join us and ride along with us. Yeah, be one of our conductors. And, of course, that's a great way to learn the game. If you're kind of just riding along and you can see the way we do things. Whoa, this car, jeez. That police car. Dang. Okay. Jeez. That's crazy. Am I the only one? Like, woo. Okay. I feel like that BNSF truck was about to go for it. I messed that horn sequence up, didn't I? Okay, the speed limit through here is 25 miles an hour. So let's get some power here and get up to 25 miles an hour. When I get up there, I'm going to need to request some, what do I need? I need to get my routing together from Auto. Right. So I have some cars there I need to pick up. I'll probably end up doing that off screen. We have 5 center beam cars that were serviced by DLL. They are now empty, so I'm going to need to bring those back to Bakersfield. I'm going to be probably making a really big train and sending it off to Barstow, which I may or may not take on a live stream. The only reason I don't run like mainline freight trains or the kind of like manifest trains on YouTube videos is just because they're long and I feel like they're kind of boring. You know, as opposed to if we were doing switching and stuff like that, I can kind of get like cool angles and all that fun stuff, but when we're kind of just going down the main line, I feel like it can kind of get a little boring, you know what I mean? Because like this, it's not like, you know, it's not like it's boring at all, but it's kind of like, alright, I'm just kind of talking, you know, nothing too exciting is really happening. We're just driving a train down the line, which, I don't know, maybe it's relaxing. But, yeah, I'll probably do that on stream if I do run any, you know, big freight trains or stuff like that. Could be kind of fun. Maybe I'll do the switching on screen. Or on YouTube. That could be kind of cool as well. And by the way, I do apologize if this video is a little bit weird. It's probably been about 2 or 3 weeks since I've recorded a Run8 video. So, if I'm kind of honest with you, I feel a little rusty. I'm not gonna lie to you. Alright, we're here. Let me get some... let me get the go-ahead from Auto so I can pass that red light that's up ahead. Can Auto maybe, like, respond to me? I'd like to request the signal, please. Stopping for... Oh, never mind. Did he give me... Can he give me the signal, please? Please give me the signal. Where's this Union Pacific? Why... Wait, there's a... what? Is this Union Pacific? Wait, what's this Union... Oh, he's going that way? You know, for a second, I thought the Union Pacific was turning down this way. That was going to confuse me for a second. But look at that. Auto has given me a yellow signal so we can proceed with caution. Okay, well, I'm going 26 miles an hour. I think we can go 55 through here. I do want to be a little bit careful since the Arvin Creek, excuse me, I'm just going to call it the Arvin Branch. The Arvin Branch is going to come up on us earlier than I anticipate. It's a little turnoff to the right, and I always underestimate where it is. Alrighty, I'm going to start slowing the train down because the turnoff point for Arvin Creek is literally just up ahead. And what I'm also going to do is see if I can get some mainline authority so that I can flip the switch to go into Arvin Creek. Request mainline authority. Hey, it's been granted. Awesome. So now I can stop the train and turn into Arvin Creek. So we're going to add the brake here and slowly come to a stop. And I would like to know, by the way, is this going downhill? Ah, it is. Look at that. All right. Well, I'm just going to glide in here and slowly bring the train to a stop. There's the end of that BNSF train. I'm not too sure what those cars are supposed to be, by the way. What those box cars are supposed to be. Maybe, I'm going to think piggyback trailers, because that's the only pack that I don't have yet. Which, if you don't know what piggyback trailers are, they're the ones that hold the semi-trailers, I think. I think that's what they call them. At least this game calls them that. Alright, and right there is the turnoff to go into Arvin. If you have watched the video, I did a video about a week ago on the Arvin route. I gotta say, I like it. I like these short line routes. It's very industry dense. Maybe I should, like, I don't know, go a little bit further ahead, because I'm kind of like, I'm going a little bit slow here. And, of course, I always anticipate when to brake. Alrighty, I'm going to bring the train to a stop here. We have a green light if we were continuing on the main line, but guess what? We're not continuing on the main line. Alright, and while I'm here, I would like to take a look at this to make sure this is running. This Union Pacific 5465 is taking its sweet time getting into this siding here. Okay. Alright, well that's fine. I'm not going to focus on Barstow. Barstow's going to do its thing. Let's just stop the train and go and flip this switch up here. And then we can go into the Arvin route and have a great time switching in there. And then we're going to have to come back to Bakersfield, get some more freight cars, go further down the Arvin route, drop off more freight cars, come back to Bakersfield, get the third train. Alright, there we go. So now we can just drive right in here. And this is what our drop-off looks like. So we have UOC. Those are the tankers. Those are the tankers that we have behind us, as well as those grain cars. They're going here to UOC. And then we have BLT, that's for the refrigerator cars, and down here we have LIM. Now, I think that servicing LIM will be the best course of action first, because LIM is actually sitting at the rear of the train. So we can just drive in here, back LIM here, and then what I'm probably going to do is back the refrigerator cars into this siding here, reverse the train, or at least bring the train out here, reverse the train all the way out, and then grab the refrigerator cars and push them into BLT. Because you can see what BLT looks like. We're going to have to push the freight cars into here. So it's going to require some shimmying, but let's get started. And now we have a red light, but I don't really care because we don't need it. Alright, now we should slowly be able to get out of here. Let's just take a look, see if everything is going fine. Everything's going fine. Alright, slowly but surely. Do we have any other trains coming, by the way? Yeah, why does Auto do this? This really annoys me how Auto does this. Auto should have a default routing system in here. I think it would make things so much easier. So Auto is routing a CSX here, and he's routing the Southern Pacific up here. Auto sometimes makes me really mad. And then, you know what I had Auto do a couple days ago? Auto routed a huge intermodal train through the Amtrak station. It made me really mad, because it just caused issues. UP detector out. I don't care. I'm coming through. And I'm sorry to those of you who may have had your eardrums bursted out. Don't worry, I'm also wearing earbuds and I had my eardrums bursted out, so it's okay, it's fine. Maybe it's not fine. I don't know. Okay, I guess I'm going this way. I should probably get out of the train and do some unstoppable stuff here. Is this flipped right? Ah, it is. Oh, it is. Look at that. I didn't even need to get out of the train. We're perfectly fine. Although, it's a good idea to go slow through here. If you've never been on the Arvin route, it's 20 miles an hour. It's a very short route, but because you have to go so slow, it feels very long. Alright, I'm going to turn off industry tags since I don't really need them. Let's just increase the speed here to 15 miles an hour. Actually, I could probably go up to 20. There we go. Let's go up to 20. You know what would be kind of cool? Is if in this game semi-trucks actually had trailers behind them. That'd be pretty cool. And maybe have a couple more varieties of semi-trucks. We have the Kenworth W900A. It'd be kind of cool to see maybe like a Kenworth K100, maybe a couple different trucks. We do have those in the game. I mean, they're only static models, but still. Although, you know what's funny? When I first started playing Run8, this was a detail that, for some reason, like, really surprised me. I don't know why. Like, this detail. It's not even like it's much detail. But for some reason, it amazed me. I don't know why. Can I just say something? This police car here is playing it very dangerously. He's playing it very dangerously. Same with that pickup truck. What is it with people playing it so dangerously around here? Jeez, it's surprising somebody doesn't get hit at this railroad crossing. Wow. And we have another Kenworth W900A. That's fine. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna bring the train to a stop. What just happened to Open Broadcaster? Excuse me. Open Broadcaster just did something really weird. Like, I hit start recording, and then it, like, I don't know, it went to, like, start, I don't even know. It said saved recording, which only does that when I stop a recording, so I think I have an extra clip that I just unintentionally recorded. The life of a YouTuber. Sorry, I'm having some computer issues right now, so I have no idea when I'm gonna have this uploaded. But we'll have to see. Alright, I'm just gonna stop the train here. Because this should be far enough away that we won't have to worry about it anymore. We should be out of the way of the siding. Watch us not be out of the way of the siding. Yes, that would be correct. We are, in fact, out of the siding. So, we're going to have to reverse the train in here. And they're going to do their thing. There we go. I will hitch a ride on the back of this train. Okay, I can start applying the brake. Since the entire train is currently in the industry, I'm going to pull it back just a wee bit more. That should start doing about right there. Hopefully we can stop it. We're not going to smash any couplers today. It's not going to happen. Don't jinx it. Ah, there we go. Perfect. I told you. I don't know why the train suddenly just came to an abrupt stop right then, but whatever. All right. Am I in the industry? Question is. I am, in fact, in the industry. So, yes, we can leave the cars like this. I'm going to take the EOT... I'm going to take the EOD... I did not mean to do that. Let's just pretend that never happened. I'm going to take the EOD... I call it... what do I call it? EODT? It's EOTD. End of train device. Not end of device train. Why do I call it EODT? It's EOTD. I don't know. D and T, they're similar. Let's remove that. There we go. We don't need this anymore. We'll uncouple these cars here, and the industry will start servicing them, which will be a lot of fun. All right, and I have a new way of disconnecting cars here. So what I've been doing is I've been closing the angle cocks, and I leave this one open. And basically what this does, by allowing this to stay open, it empties all the brake pressure. So now the cars basically have like an emergency brake on them, and they won't move. That's why I've been doing that now. All right. Hopefully we can get this train moving without breaking any couplers. We haven't broken any couplers today. I only broke one coupler in like the last week, which is probably a lot, but we're not going to talk about it. Yeah, I think it would. I think it even happened on stream. All right, time to reverse the train back here and shimmy it into position. You know what's interesting? When I was switching these locals together, I had a vision in my head about how I wanted to do this. And when I was envisioning how I wanted to do these three industries, it worked out in my head. But now that I'm actually doing it, it's not working out. I don't remember exactly what I wanted to do. I had a whole vision about how I was going to push BLT into the industry and how I was going to do it properly. And it just kind of escaped my head right as I started recording. Although, to be fair, I feel like that's a very classical, a very classical situation to get, to have happen. Where you envision something and then it never turns out that way. Never turns out that way. Which is why you don't vision things. You just do and work with the problems as they come about. Because when you envision how you're going to do something, usually you never end up doing it that way. And something else forces you to have to do it another way. And it's just classical. Alright. I'm standing in the road here. Maybe I should get some MOW objects here. There. That should stop them. Hey, one of your buddies almost got hit by my train earlier. Actually, two of your buddies. One of your buddies, like, his nose was, like, here. And then one of your buddies went right in front of my train back at Bakersfield yard. Ah, hey, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to reverse a little bit. You're a little bit close for comfort. I should probably start applying the brake as well, because I don't know where I am. Let me just delete the MOW objects, do some magic. Wow. Look at that. Are you the same guy that was playing it dangerous earlier at Bakersfield Yard? I don't know. Maybe it's just California drivers. Maybe California drivers are just... they play it dangerously. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been to California. Maybe California has some of the world's best drivers. I can't say anything. Being from Ohio, I would say we have some of the world's worst drivers. Okay, so I'm going to back the refrigerator cars along this track here. And then what I'm going to do is disconnect the refrigerator cars. I'm going to back the tankers and the grain cars out. Oh, look at that. We have a CSX. Check that out. And then I'm going to shove these refrigerator cars into their industry. Hopefully it'll work out that way. Envisioning things again with Mateo. Okay, that should do right about there. I'm probably going to need to back this up a little bit more, so maybe not. Well, unfortunately, this siding here isn't big enough to fit this entire train in it. So I'm going to just have to leave the train right here. Let me close that. Disconnect that. So that should now put the brakes on that. Slowly but surely. There we go. Close that. I'm going to need to back the train up just a hair so that I can disconnect the coupler. And then what I'm probably going to do is put these grain cars into this left siding here. Just because this will help us make the train a hair smaller. Please don't go. Okay, that should be fine right there. All right, it's fine. It's fine. There we go. Now, let Mateo learn how to speak English as we continue to shimmy these cars here. Okay, let's flip the switch here. Tankers are going to go in the right one, but for now I'm just going to leave the grain cars here. Hopefully they can fit into this siding. I'm not even sure if they can do. Alright, well, I don't know, I guess let's see this. I just want to unload the grain cars just so that we have a smaller train to work with. Because obviously we need one track here free, and grain cars are going to go here, tankers are going to go here. However, we need to be able to get to the end of this train so that we can push it into this siding here. So we need at least one track free, which is why I can't load everything at once. But that's okay. Alright, let's start applying the brake here. Well, oh, that actually will do right there, actually. You know what? No, I don't need to move anymore. That'll actually do beautifully right there. Alright, that should do right there. Hopefully nothing moves. Good. Alright, I'm going to leave that open. I'm going to close that. Disconnect that. There we go. That should be good right there. Close that. Open the coupler and take off. Alright, flip this switch. Do a flipperoonie. And go this way. Maybe don't go this fast. Okay, and now we can ever so carefully connect to the back of these refrigerator cars and shove them into BLT. Now we're going to have to back them up just a hair because unfortunately these refrigerator cars do not fit in the siding. The reason I had to have them pushed ahead a little bit is because then the train wouldn't have fit here and it would have been a little bit jank trying to get around. So that's, you know, we're going to have to just reverse this. It shouldn't be anything too difficult. Unless I'm the one driving, maybe it'll be very difficult because, well, you know, I'm known to break couplers and smash into couplers and just drive really terribly and, you know, just, yeah. Alright, that should do right there. Oopsies. Oh, my voice cracks. Awesome. Alright, connect that. Partially open that up. Wait for the brake pressure to fill up nicely. Let's back the train up just a hair. I mean, it probably won't even be that much that we have to back the train up, honestly. Are the brakes on? No, no brakes are on at all. I think right there should actually do. There we go. I'm going to have faith that this is far enough away. I really hope that this is far enough away. Although, if it makes me feel better, maybe what I should do is go a little bit further back. You know what? I'm just going to try it. You know what? Let's just see what ends up happening. I'm just going to roll forward and, you know, maybe we'll split the train in half. Alright, moment of truth. It's going to work. It's not going to work. Back it up. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. See, this is the issue. Okay. See, that's the issue. Look at that. Yep, that's where I was a little bit concerned that this train wasn't far enough away. Why? Why is the train going forward? I had the train in reverse. And for some reason it went forward. Slowly but surely, we'll bring this back in. And we won't... You know what? I jinxed myself, didn't I? I did. What was it? It wouldn't be an episode on Mateo-Tube if something like this didn't happen. There. You reckon that that's far enough away? Well, everything seems to be going semi-okay. I'm going to start putting on the brake because I have no idea where the buffer is. The buffer should be just around this little bend here. Unfortunately, I can't see where it is. Because, well, I don't know. Like, I think that, you know what? I think that right here is a fine place to put it. I think right here is a good place to put it. No couplers are smashed. No nothing's happening. Right there should be good. Ah, Mateo's very happy. It fits. Okay. Same procedure as normal. Let's close that. Oh, actually. No, it's fine. Sorry, Mateo's not thinking properly. All right, close that, open that up, and reverse out of here. All right, we're just gonna pull the train ahead a little bit. Watch me split the train in half. I don't split the train in half. Oh, good. And while the train's moving, let's do let's do an what do they call it? Unstoppable. There's a movie called Unstoppable where a guy basically hops off his train to flip a switch, and the train speeds off for some reason. And that's basically the move I just pulled here. Luckily, I can control the train from the safety of my rail driver, so it's like I have a remote. The train's not going to be running away here. Right there should do. Alright, that should do right there. I'm going to turn off the industry tags since I don't need them. Ping! Alright, that should do right there. Alright, that should do. Turn the light on dim. There we go. That's, actually, you know what? Maybe we could pull it back just a hair. Just so that this siding is clear here. Alright, I think... should do right there. There we go. That'll do right there. Let's wait for the train to stop. Alright, leave that open. I'm going to close that. Disconnect that. Awesome. Now I'm going to... Okay, that's these three industries served. Let's bring this SD40 back to Barstow and get a couple more cars. Dang it. You know, that scene was ruined. My hope was that I wanted the siding out of view, and it was going to look like the train was going to run us over. But I was hoping that I'd be far enough away that before it runs us over, it turns and we would see the side of the train. Well, it appears I was standing right here, and instead we saw the interior of the train, which isn't what I wanted to do. Well, ruined shot, but whatever. That's okay. Sometimes you can't get all the shots. I was still standing too close. I'm probably going to have to slow down here because we do have a train that's way in front of us there. We have the train on the right, which is the train that I brought in on Union Pacific. The train on the left, though, I think is currently in the way. And if I read this, it looks like we have a Union Pacific, or a BNSF in front of us, which isn't fortunate at all. It might... No, it's moving. What? Hold on. Let me... You know what? Let me get the drone up and see exactly what the heck's going on here. Wait, what? Is this a... Wait a minute. What? Oh, yeah. So, what's going on here is we have a BNSF train that's behind us, apparently. Yes, there we go. Wow, he's booking it, isn't he? And we're here at a red light. So I guess as we wait for that Union Pacific, I should probably dim the lights. I'm also going to put on the gauge lights, because there we go. Those always look really nice. I'm going to tone up to auto, and I'm going to relinquish my mainline authority, because I don't need it now. I would like to relinquish my I'd like to relinquish my mainline Mainline authority, Otto. Alright, well, this Union Pacific here, that manifest train, is currently sitting in the way. Right now what they're doing is both of these trains here are actually simulating a crew change, which, don't get me wrong, it's very, very cool in Run 8 that they actually simulate, like, crew changes and stuff. However, it'd be really nice if they could get out of my way. And I know I could probably just delete this guy, but nah, that's lame. That's a lame way to do it. You know what? Ooh. Is he moving? Hey! This guy's moving. He's getting out of the way. Yay, he's out of the way. Let's go before that other Union Pacific decides to go in front of me. Alright, who wants to bet that the light's not going to turn green? Because the other Union Pacific is moving! Whoa! Yep, Otto's going to be a mean head and to give him the green light. Alright, that'll do right there. Let's put this into neutral, put the lights on dim, and let's just do some rail fanning, shall we? Can I also point out about the fact that that BNSF is right behind us? Alright, let's tone up Otto again, because clearly Otto has forgotten about me. Otto has forgotten about me. Is he going to... Acknowledged. Stopped for red... No, that's some other guy. Is he going to give me the switch? You're going to give me a switch? Hey, he even flipped it as well. Alright, I'm going to tone up Mr. Otto again. I'm going to cancel my routing, because I don't need any routing. Because you know what happens if he routes me? He's going to route me through Bakersfield Yard, and I don't want to go that way. No, Otto, please, I don't want to go this way. Otto, why? Can't cancel my route, Otto. Otto, I don't want to go there. I'm also speeding. Cancel my route, Otto. There we go. Because the problem is, he's going to route me through Bakersfield into the Bakersfield sub, and that means that I can't switch into the yard. So that's why I don't do that. But actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to unstoppable it. I'm probably going to miss. Can I flip this? No, I missed. I clicked. My bad. Okay. My plan was I was going to flip that switch. I was going to go into this left track here. And then I was going to enter through this siding. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So I'm going to have to go over here. and see if Otto would be so kind as to allow me to flip this. No, he's not going to do that. Can I request mainline authority? Can I request the mainline authority so I can flip this? No, you're rude. You're rude, Otto. You're rude. Fine. You know what I'm going to do then? I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to disable you, Otto. There you go, Otto. Yeah. Try to force me not to flip that now. I can shut you off. Wow, what is this toxicity? And having Otto allows me to flip this, flop this, and flippy flop this. There we go. And now I can go into the yard, and I'm also going to flop this as well. There we go. While I'm here, I'm going to just look at Otto, and I'm going to see if there's any trains. Wow, we have 2 UP trains here? All right. I'm going to let that UP train out. Which I think in real life, this is a no-horn zone. Okay, and the next train we're going to be switching is GRE KNO. Which K&O has a ton of cars here. They have like 20. These are 24 cars for K&O. 2 for SXP. Actually, no, that's not true. 2 empty gondolas for SXP. 5 loaded boxcars, which I believe these are plastic pellet hoppers. And then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 refrigerator cars for HRF. Alright, so let's get this all connected, and then we can head back to the Arvin route and continue doing our wonderful switching. Alright, just a little bit more now, and we can get this all hooked up, and it'll all be fine and dandy. Gonna put on the brake here. Oh, really? I stopped too short? That's a classic mistake that doesn't happen here. Actually, it's something I've been doing a lot of, surprisingly. There we go. Alright. Alright, it's 5:11 p.m. I do actually have to take off, so that's going to be the end of this recording session. When I come back, it's going to be 9, maybe 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Times. I will see you in less than a second. And I'm back. It's actually 12:25 p.m. on April 5th. I'm a little bit later than I wanted to be because I joined Dragon for his 7 Days to Die stream. And we're here in Bakersfield Yard. Let's take the train and get this done. This will probably be the last train we take for this episode, and the next episode we're going to take the 2 other trains, because I'm planning on splitting this into a, 2-part video, I guess is the term I'm looking for. Alright, do that. There we go. And let's get the show on the road. Alright, Otto has given us a green light, so let's get going. It appears that that train is actually going the opposite direction. I thought that this train right here was BNSF, or excuse me, Union Pacific 8004. Appears that 8004 is actually up there somewhere, so we're good to go. This train's heading that way. They had like a crew change and now they're taking off, so that's always fun. And there we are right over there, slowing down because we're braking. Alright, let's start slowing down. I have requested mainline authority from Auto, and it seems like it has been granted, so that's good. Let's bring the train to a stop. I'm probably going to end up stopping sooner than I want to, but that's okay. Okay, we stopped a little bit far away, but that's okay. Gonna dim the lights here. That's okay, we can flip the switch. We do have mainline authority, so we can flip the switch and go into the Arvin route. If that was Train Simulator, or excuse me, if this was Train Simulator, that would have been game over. I guess that's the one good thing about Auto, is that when you run a red light in this game, he doesn't scream at you. Alright, let's just glide in here. We're going to have to go a little bit slow. I think the speed limit's 15 miles an hour through here. We're going 18, that's not too bad. Oh, look at that train over there. Alright, still 15 miles an hour. Once we get on and we're out of this siding here, it's going to go up to 20, and that's it. Oh, van. That van was playing it dangerously. Hello, Mr. Kenworth. Please don't be dangerous. Isn't this the same railroad crossing where that police car almost rammed into our train? I think earlier in the episode it happened like twice. I'd stay there and do some rail fanning, but you know what? I'm a little concerned. Some of those drivers at that crossing are a wee bit dangerous. Alright. So, I'm not out of that siding back there, but I'm going up to 20 here. This is basically the max speed limit for the short line railroad, which is pretty traditional. Short line railroads do have to go slower. They have a lot more speed restrictions. Aren't short line railroads. Short line railroads are usually considered, I think, class 3 railroads. And then you have like CSX and BNSF. Those are considered class 1. It might be the opposite way around, but I think it's that way. Or, no. Class 1, I think, is like a short line railroad like this one. Class 3, I think, is CSX. Actually, I don't even know. Let me just take a look. Okay, I was right the first time. So a Class 1 railroad is something like BNSF and Union Pacific. Class 3 railroad would be like this one. So, tend to have a lot older lines, older train engines. I like short line railroads. They're kind of cool. They use old train engines and stuff. Pretty sick. Actually, there's a handful of short line railroads around where I live. One, around where I live, it's a very short route. Used to do passenger service. Unfortunately, they don't do it anymore. Oh, pickup truck, please. I used to like this short line railroad that used to do passenger service. Now they only do freight service. But what was really cool about this line is the passenger cars had openable windows. You could open the windows and stick your head out. About 9 years ago, they stopped their passenger route. They just didn't have enough workers to be able to manage it. They're a very short line. They only have one train engine. So very, 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 very small company. And their passenger route wasn't really profitable, so they decided to end it in 2013, actually. So now they just do freight routes. I think the only industries they service is a paper mill, a grain mill, and there's another one. I'm not too sure what it is. I don't remember. But yeah, so they don't really do that much. And all the industries that they service are literally in a little tiny area. And they take freight cars from a bigger line. I think Norfolk Southern. Norfolk Southern drops their cars off at a yard, and this short line railroad takes the cars to the industries further down the line. So it's kind of cool. Alright, so we're coming up to the first industry here. This place requires the refrigerator cars that we have at the very back of the train. I believe, right? Is that HRF? Yes, HRF is at the very back of the train. So what I'm going to do is leave the freight cars on the main line here, and I will switch them on the way back. This will just make it a little bit easier for me, because I don't have to try to switch this entire train into the siding. We can just do it in one go when we come back. Alright, you know what I've decided? I'm going to stop the train right here. I'm going to leave these gondolas and... actually, you know what? No. Never mind, I changed my mind. I'm going to bring the gondolas and these 5 boxcars with me. My plan originally was that I was going to leave these gondolas, basically everything from the gondolas to the back of the train here, because we have that industry up there, and that industry right there requires these tankers. All of these tankers have to go to that industry. But I think I decided I don't want to do that, so never mind to that. We're just going to leave these boxcars, or excuse me, these refrigerator cars, and we'll get these on the way back. There we go. That's all I meant to say. There we go. See, was that hard, Mateo? It wasn't. All right, it's time to back up the train so we can uncouple this. Alright, I'm going to put on the brake because we have a train that's in the way. At the factory here, I have a switcher locomotive, and it's currently sitting in the way. You see those 2 rows of tankers there? We actually need to move those out of the way. So let's go grab the switcher locomotive once we get this train stopped, and we will use that switcher locomotive to push these tankers out of the way. Alright, bring the train to a stop. That should do about right there. Awesome. Alright, put the lights on dim. Let's go grab that switcher. Okay, so we have 2 GP40s here. Basically, all we're going to do is shove these 2 rows of tankers into those sidings. Maybe on the way back, we'll bring these back to the yard and put it onto the train that's heading to Barstow. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. And, by the way, with this train, I'm also using a horn from the depot, which you can download for free. Although I'm not a fan of this one. It cuts out way too quickly. Alright, let's be a little bit careful here. We are running as light engines, and we do have a caboose that's just right behind us. So, what I found with the caboose is that you never want to use your train brake when you only have the caboose. Because for some reason, it does apply the emergency brake, and I don't know why it does that. Alright, stop the train here. There we go. Let's put this to neutral. And let's go flip the switch and shove these tankers into place. Alright, hopefully I flip this. Do you reckon we'll break a coupler? I don't think we will. Oh. I guess the horn isn't too terrible. Oh gosh. No, we'll be fine. We'll be good. We got this. We got this. There we go. Nope. Back it up just a hair. Let's give it just a little bit of power. Start applying the independent. Aw, really? Man. There we go. Like a glove. Alright. Put that into neutral. And let's get the brakes. I suppose I should be a little bit careful. Maybe instead of hanging out in the cupola of the caboose, I should be careful that I don't run into the SD40s that appear to be in front of us. What kind of moron would leave 2 SD40s with a huge train behind it on the main line without any driver in it? Oh wait, that was me that did that. Okay, I reckon that's enough space. Let's just stop the train right here, shall we? Watch it not be enough space. Something tells me it's not. Wow, what do you know? That was enough space. Alright, let's flip that. Flip that. There we go. So now we'll take these ones and... Okay, slowly but surely. How about we just jump on the back of the train? Here we go. And should be able to just glide right in here. We're going 7 miles an hour now, so I might just slow down a hair. There we go. There we go. Should be able to just glide this right in. Blam! There we go. Like a glove. Alright, put that to neutral. Let's get the brake line connected. Open that up, and we'll partially open this one up. Get this loaded up with air, and I'm also going to remove the brakes. Alright, that should be good right there. Let's open that up and shove this into the siding. Okay, let's start slowing the train down here. Ever so slowly so we don't ram right into the buffer. Because that would be really helpful. Alright. Ever so slowly. And carefully. Although, it wouldn't be an episode of Mateo-Tube if we didn't smash into the buffer, would it? Alright, you know what? We can go a little bit further back. There we go. Look at that. Ho, train! Oh, we smashed the buffer. And you know what? I was really trying not to do that this time. Do we fit into the siding? We just about fit into the siding. There we go. Actually, look at that. We can pretend I didn't hit the buffer. Yeah, I'd say we fit into the siding. Alright, let me disconnect this. We'll close that. There we go. That should be good like that. Close that up, open up the parking brake, open up the coupler, and ever so slowly head off. And for now, this train can just be left over here for now, because I don't need it. Okay, I don't need this train anymore, so let's go and get the other train. Okay, so I believe that this industry here only, or at least if you're playing realistically, can only service 6 tanker cars at a time on both tracks. So 6 here, 6 on the other track. So 12 cars in total. I want to say that if you're not playing realistically and you're just playing based off of this, I want to say it can service 12 on each track. We're going to play realistically and only put 6 on both track. And we'll put the rest right there for the industry switcher to switch. So yeah. I finally did the shot. Although the tankers are very, very close, I finally made the shot of having the train look like it's about to run you over, except turn just before it does. Alright, so, we're going to put 6 of these into this left track here. I think is what I have it set to. Well, I could just put all of them. But I'm not going to. We'll be realistic about this. And then after we're done switching K&O, GRE is actually the next industry down the line here. Here's GRE. I'll get GRE on the way back, and the reason I'm going to do that is because of the fact that we have to reverse into the siding here. Or, yeah. So the engine would have to be connected to this last car here in order for us to be able to do that, and it's currently not. So I'll get it on the way back. Okay, that'll do right about there. We can start applying the brake. There we go. I'll go a little bit further back, actually. We're going quite slow. It shouldn't be too hard to stop. Alright. Okay. Right there will do. Flink! Actually, maybe I'm wrong on this. I think 8 can be serviced here, because if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, with 4 left over. Ah, interesting. Alright, sounds good. Well, I guess we will disconnect here. Okay, we'll start applying the brake now. We'll leave these 4 acid tankers in this little siding here, and we'll switch the fuel tankers, or these other tankers, into the right siding there. Okay, so let's apply the brake like normal. And I'm gonna... Oh gosh, we're actually going a little bit quick. No, we're good, we're good, we're good. Let's just get a little bit more out here. Here we go. I'm gonna take it just so that these are approximately aligned. Nope, 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 nope. Go a little bit further, a little bit more. Nope, that's a little bit too early. Slowly. Alright, right there should be good right there. Awesome. Okay. How many cars we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Interesting. Look at this. The acid tankers are actually smaller in size than the normal, like, fuel tankers. Wow, I didn't actually realize that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay, okay. Alright, that's fine. I could just say 7. You know, I'm gonna say 7. Screw it. So 8 are on this first track. 8 acid tankers are being serviced, and 7 normal tankers are being serviced as well. Alright, I want to close that. Disconnect that. Okay. Okay, and these can be left right here. Close that. Disconnect that. Close that. Open the coupler. You know, these are some pretty good AI. In real life, all these people that are waiting at this crossing would have ran it. They're not waiting around. Oh my gosh, semi-truck. Slow down. Jeez, did you see that guy? Almost rear-ended that cop. Now, I need to ask one question. What is it with these refrigerator cars? Sometimes you're able to jump on the back of these. And sometimes you're not able to. For some reason, I can't jump on the back of this one. I can jump on it right here. But for some reason, I can't jump on it right here. And normally you can. Because I have jumped on this ladder before. I'm not really too sure what the reason is. Maybe it's the, I wonder about this one, maybe. Yeah, see, I can't jump on the back of that one. Ooh. You know, I should have been paying attention. Huh, I guess I don't have BNSF. Okay, I only, maybe it's the BNSF and UP cars. Maybe I can't, I don't know. Actually, you know what, let's see over here. Am I able to jump? Is that, okay, Tropicana. Let's see, am I able to jump on the back of this one? I am. So, maybe it's something to do with the UP and BNSF cars. Maybe, for some reason, they're bugged and I'm not able to jump on the back ladder. I'm not too sure. This is an interesting observation, though. And for kicks and giggles, we will put a flag back here instead of the normal EOTD. Alright, let's go up to SXP. SXP is the next industry to be serviced, and at that industry there is a siding. So we will be able to put these refrigerator cars on that siding, run the engine around to the other end of the train, and pull them back here to where GRE is, and shove these refrigerator cars into that siding. That's what we're going to do. Alright, I am speeding just a little bit, so let's slow down. Speed limit's still 20 through here, so obviously these tracks are a lot older, so we do have to be a little bit careful. At least in real life you would have to. In this game I don't really think it matters too much. Alright, this right here is GRE, and we're just going to leave it the way it is for right now. And the industry just on the right up there is SXP. That industry is going to be taking the 2 gondolas and the boxcars, and that is the last industry on this line. And we have a gated crossing as well. Very fun. We'll drop the gondolas and the boxcars off before putting the refrigerator cars in the siding. Okay, let's dim the lights and put that to neutral, and let's go flip the switch. Alright, and let's start reversing this in. Slowly, but carefully. I will say, let's just take some time to enjoy the scenery around this industry. We got like pipes here. Those look like, I don't know, different kinds of pipes here. We also have like an interior. Ah, what is that? Look at that. What is that thing supposed to be? How does this look? Alright, we're going slow enough. Let's just go in here and see what this is. What are you supposed to be? A box. Is this clickable? It's not clickable. Is there anything up here? Is that what it's aiming for? No, I have no idea. Interesting. There's just a box. Is this supposed to be an Easter egg that has absolutely no meaning? Or is this supposed to be a texture that's not there because they never knew they put a box here? I don't know. Maybe Mr. Macaroni guy from My Summer Car can tell us. Hello, did what's-his-face deliver your firewood? How's the farm doing? How is he, by the way? I heard he got his summer car fixed up. No, you don't want to talk? Alright, that's fine. Oh, my recording just stopped, apparently. I was talking about how the crossing gates went down. I'm not too sure when my recording software stopped. Very interesting. A little bit nerve-wracking. And I hit the buffer again, tradition. And the crossings go back up. I was mentioning about how in real life I don't think anybody would be waiting for the gates to go back up. People would be going around that thing like crazy. Alright, well I had a look at my videos and it appears that nothing has been lost. Okay, let me put this into the siding. Oops. Maybe I should put the train in reverse. I think having it in neutral isn't going to move it anywhere. But now that it's in reverse, it should slowly be able to go back. Can I climb on the back of these now? No, I'm guessing that the UP and BNSF cars are just bugged for some reason. Very weird. Who wants to bet that this siding isn't going to be big enough? We might have a little bit of a problem. It's just gonna fit. Ooh, I think we're gonna get lucky. This train here is just about to fit in the siding. Man, imagine if we had another car. Whoo. Okay. Yeah, I think right there is gonna have to do. Okay, let's run to the other end and grab these freight cars. Hopefully we will fit. We should just about fit. It's gonna be close. Very, very close. Oh. Whoo, like a glove. Oh, man. That's close. Whoo. Honestly, I don't think we could have been closer. Boom, like a glove. I need my flag. This industry's not going to steal my red flag. There. That's better. Since I realized we forgot the EOTD on the other train, the flag's just going to have to do for now. Alright, let's go back to GRE and deliver these refrigerator cars. And then we have to head back to where we left those other refrigerator cars and drop those off. Okay, let's start putting on the brakes here. And let's see if maybe we don't smash into the buffer this time. Well, there we go. We didn't smash into the buffer. But are we in the siding? No, we're not. So we need to get a little bit closer, because we're not in the siding yet. Should be just a hair and a half. And there we go. You know what? I'm going to smack into the buffer. Who cares? Hink! Really? I'm not in the siding yet. Okay, interesting. Weird. Alright, that's interesting. I'm not in the siding here. Okay. Okay. Alright. That's fine, I guess. I have too many refrigerator cars. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 refrigerator cars. Did I write that down in my spreadsheet? I must have wrote down that there's 9 that can fit in here, but apparently that's not the case. Well, whatever. You know what? It's fine. You know what I'll do with it? I'll take it with me. Let's close this one up. Disconnect that. And close that up. Open up the coupler. I'll just take this one with me. It's fine. I just realized something. I forgot my flag. No. There, that's better. Okay, here we are going past KNO. There's all the cars that we left getting serviced. And it's getting dark. It's 1700. So that would be 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Excuse me. Don't know my military time. Ever so carefully, let's connect these couplers together and shove them into that siding that's right there. That's right behind here. Oh, I stop. It was a rather unintentional stop. I underestimate the power of the independent brake when you don't have any cargo behind you. There we go. Put that on dim and we'll pause the game because that's what I meant to do, right? I meant to pause the game. I want to check. That is on trail. Good. Not that it really matters, but I want to have it on trail. There we go. Partially open that, and let's get the brake pipes filled up. That should do right about there. Open it. And here is our EOTD, which I will grab right now. So we'll close that. We'll remove that. There we go. And we will ever so carefully reverse this. Okay, now ideally, I might be breaking a little bit too soon. Ideally, one platform should get 4 boxcars. Now, looking at this, do you realize how creative I was when I built the supply train? I obviously wasn't very creative, because look at that. The sets are the same. There's Tropicana, white, orange, white. Then the yellow, Tropicana, white, orange, white, yellow. Obviously, I was extremely creative when I built these supply trains. So creative. So creative. Okay, let's disconnect these ones here. Basically, what I did is I pulled these 5 refrigerator cars forward just a little bit. Just so that they were on this platform, just for realism purposes. Obviously, if you wanted to, you don't need to worry about the box cars or the refrigerator cars being connected to the platforms. Technically, you could have refrigerator cars all along this orange route here, and you'll be fine, because you can see the orange dots. Wherever the orange dots are, the industry will serve whatever cars are within those dots. So, you could also just do it that way, too, or you could just be realistic. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Whatever fits your cup of tea. Can I maybe pull forward? There we go. That. Alright, that's a wrap. Let's go back to Bakersfield Yard. I guess BNSF Bakersfield, to be more exact. More specific. More whatever. More specific. More Pacific. More Union Pacific. No, that doesn't fit. I don't know. It's cringy. Am I the only one that ducks my head in real life when I do these under the train scenes? Like, I don't know why, but for some reason when I put the camera under the train, I duck my head in real life. Like the train's gonna come out of the screen and hit me. Am I the only one that does that? Alright. Real quick, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna set this to green, so now all the trains along this route here will start going. Put the bell on. Does appear we have a train moving in front of us. And a box truck, too. Alright. Let's put on the independent brake here because I need to go behind that train that appears to be stopping. I hope it's a BNSF. Oh, Otto's doing some weird stuff. Did you just see that? Ooh. Kind of curious if this Union Pacific 8004 is that train behind us? I'm not too sure about this. So let's just stop here for 3 seconds and do some reconnaissance. Ah, okay. So Union Pacific 8004 is here, and we're yonder that way somewhere. And we have 2 BNSF trains right here waiting for me to get out of the way. And we have this train and this train in front of us. So we have a lot of traffic to wait for. Meanwhile, we're just kind of chilling right here. So let's pull ahead onto this right track here and relinquish mainline authority so that traffic can continue flowing. Stopping because some knucklehead left a switch against us. As you can see, we have a ton of trains backed up here. We have this BNSF here, we have this BNSF that's moving, we have a BNSF right there, and another BNSF behind that one. All because of the fact that none of them could get past me because I had mainline authority. And so now we're paying the price by having to wait. So, rip, I guess. And unfortunately, Otto wants us to stay here, so we're paying the price by waiting. This car. I think that car was waiting in the wrong spot. You know, while we're stopped here, I kind of wondered if these clouds were like actually objects in the sky. And these clouds are actually like objects in the sky, and you can fly above them if you so wish. You can actually fly well above the clouds. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. Wow. Alright, this should be the last train we have to wait for. If this train's fast enough, we should be able to move before we, before the Union Pacific right there and Run8 Santa Fe locomotive get moving. But seeing how slow he's moving, I have my doubts. Well, this UP train is moving, so something tells me we're probably going to be sitting here for a while. So long that it's probably going to be nighttime by the time we get back to Bakersfield. The train is evil. Well, appears we have another UP train coming that's going to park in front of us. Well, it's getting very dark out, so I hope that won't be too much longer. Although I think we have another UP after this one, and a BNSF that's about to move just behind this train. So we have a little bit longer to wait, and then we'll be able to go. Alright, Mateo doesn't care anymore. He's going to turn off auto for 3 seconds. And he's going to go here. He's going to flop the switch. He's going to flop the switch. And he's going to go right behind this Union Pacific. Because he doesn't care anymore. Look at that. You can actually see the light on the ground now. Maybe we'll go? We'll go. There we go. Because if not, you know what's going to end up happening? Another AI train that's behind us is going to come in and overtake us. And we're going to be sitting here until 12 a.m. It's already 3:30 p.m. I have been recording for about 2.5 hours. I just want to get back to the yard and continue work. Because at least once we get back to the yard, we can grab another train and start working. You know, that looks like a red light. You know, I was gonna say, I wonder why auto's not giving this train clearance. Well, it's because I had auto disabled. Because I was thinking, auto should give this Norfolk Southern clearance to go towards the BNSF yard. There you go, now he did it. That's just because auto is disabled, because the guy who's recording the video isn't paying attention. But that's okay. Hey, finally, we have an orange light. Let's get going. Unfortunately, we're only going to be able to go so far because we still have that UP train in front of us. We also have a BNSF right here. Okay, and that'll do right about there. Let's turn the lights on dim, and while we're here, put that in neutral, and we'll just keep the cab lights on. And do our thing. That light should turn orange in a little bit because that UP locomotive is moving ahead. You know what's interesting? So I just took the flag off to put the EOTD on, and if it's nighttime, instead of putting the flag, you actually put a flare. That's actually kind of cool. So, nighttime, you put a flare, not a flag. I was always wondering how the heck you put flares on your trains. Ah, so it's only available during night. That's actually pretty sick. Look at that. You know what? I'm going to keep that. I mean, it looks like the train's on fire, but that's actually pretty cool. We still have a red light, too, so we're waiting. But that's actually kind of nice. I tell you, the possibilities in this game. Okay, we now have an orange light. Let's head off. I'll turn off the cab light. There we go. You know what'd be nice is if that could have, like you see how that says off, right? And if I put in first, it'll tell me what number it is on. It's nice if this would have that. Because if we have the light off, you can't see the reverser. And I do like how in this game, you have a flashlight at night. You also have cab lights, which are right there. You can turn the cab lights off. And just use your flashlight if that's what you'd prefer. Alright, we got an orange light. Let's go ahead here. We will contact Otto and see if he can give us the way. Alright, let's contact Otto. I gotta say, that flare, it's very bright, isn't it? Alright, Otto, can you show me the way? I still have to switch this UP train here. Will Otto show me the way? Okie dokie, Run 2500. That's us. We're Run 2500. Is he gonna give me the way? He's gonna give me a red light. That's what he's gonna do. Because he's a mean head. Switches are aligned for another train right now, liar. Why? Because that CSX right there is moving? But Otto, that CSX is right there and he has a shift change. But Otto, of course, obviously doesn't care, so that means we're going to have to stop at this red light and await clearance. Okay, we got a green light. Let's get going. I'm going to take that up to 3, and I'm going to turn that off. There we go. So we're switched to go to Barstow. That's what that light means there. If it was the top light that was green, that means we're going straight. But since it's the middle one, that means we're turning. There's a special name for that, but I don't remember the name. And I think the speed limit is 25. I might see about grabbing those center beam cars that are over here. Although I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Maybe I can get mainline authority and we can grab those. I'm not too sure because of the fact that the BNSF 8237 is here. Maybe I can try. Okay, so that switch is right here. We'll switch onto this track, and DLL's right there. So let's just start slowing down here. I'm going to go a little bit further ahead. We'll just connect it to the front of the train and shove it into the yard. This train might get moving. I'm not too sure if it will, though. We'll have to see. Now, for all I know, I might not be able to flip this switch, which will kind of defeat the purpose of me wanting to go there. Maybe I could wait for this BNSF 8327 to pass? I'm probably going to have to wait because I need to get onto this track anyways. And as long as this guy is in the way, I'm probably not going to be able to do anything. So let's just stop here. Oh my god, why did it... Sorry if I blew anybody's eardrums. Why did emergency brake just enable? Alright, screw it. It's fine. I'll just do that. Put the lights on dim. Let's grab our flashlight and flip this. See if I can flip this one. I'm not too sure if I'll be able to. It's worth a shot to see. No. Okay, so this guy's not going to let me flip it. Alright, well... I should do right about there. I just want to get over the crossing so that the gates can come back up. Kind of annoys me in this game whenever I'm sitting over a crossing, because I just feel like it's not nice. I feel like if you're, if you're driving a train and you have to go over a crossing and stop, you shouldn't stop while you're on the crossing. Alright, no, auto's gonna still... Okay, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna disable auto. There we go. Just gonna disable auto so I can get this done. And now that BNSF can't go through here because auto is disabled. That's very nice. There we go. Now, this isn't connected to Arvin at all, but I just want to bring these back to the yard since I'm here. And I only have, like, what, one train car behind me? That's currently being led by a flare. Okay, that was very quiet. Alright, and let's back this train up onto the main line. Just a couple cars here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 train cars here. These will eventually be going down to Barstow. I'm going to get inside just so that I don't burst anyone's eardrums out. Because there's a street there. Going to have to predict it. Give the train some power here. Nice thing is, I guess I could use the flare as like a reference point. Alright, that should do right there. Can probably start putting on the brake. Okay, I flipped all the switches to Bakersfield, so we should be able to just keep going, and we'll go right into the train yard. There we go. You know what? I'm going to turn on my flashlight. We'll pretend that we're the, like, headlight, but we're not. I gotta say, this light is actually pretty bright if you consider it. Like, just look how bright that is. I actually do have a flashlight that's about this bright, so it's not realistic. That's not unrealistic. Okay, and if I flipped it properly, we should turn to the left. Oh gosh, and we should also slow down while we're at it. Go a little bit quick. Going a wee bit quick, aren't we? Hup. Let's slow down. Slowly. Surely. There we go. That should do right there. Alright, I'm going to hop off, even though in real life that'd probably be really dangerous, and you shouldn't hop off of a moving train that's moving that fast. But that's okay. I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, so... let me flip that. Flip-a-flop that. And I would like to be aligned for this track here. There we go. Oh no, it looks like somebody got pulled over. Okay. So this train here is going to end up going to Barstow. I'm currently still building it with freight cars that need to go there from industries that have already served them. The only reason I'm doing that is because of the fact that I have supply trains that are... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was a little bit hard. It was a little bit rough. Alright, connect that, open that up, partially open that up. And I'm going to have to shove this into this little siding here just a little bit. We might hit the SJVR locomotive that's over there. I disconnected it from the rest of this train for... because I need to bring it to another industry that way. There's an industry called JAS, and they have a bunch of tankers that are ready to be picked up. So, yep. We might hit that locomotive, though, which is fine. I can just disconnect it. Alright, reckon that's good enough? I reckon that's good enough. Alright, there we go. I suppose if the train suddenly violently stops, that probably means that we've hit that SJVR locomotive. Which, we might have already hit that SJVR locomotive. Kinda looks like it, if I'm honest. Let's just fly over there, shall we? Ah, yes, we have. Wow. Ah, he's got the handbrake applied. There we go. I reckon that should be good right there. Which, apparently, that's... Alright, well, that'll be fine. Alright, that's good right there. Ah, what happened? Oh, ooh. Wait a minute. What, why? What happened? Uncoupling bar actuated. Okay. But why did that activate the emergency brake? I'm not too sure why. Well, you know what, whatever, it's fine. Let's just pull the locomotive up a hair. Here we go. Open up the coupler. And let's put this train into the yard. Excuse me? Excuse me, emergency brake. Why would you do this? Okay. Turn on the lights. I could have my flashlight on. Yes, I can. But I don't want to have my flashlight on. I mean, I guess I could just have my flashlight on. It's connected to my helmet. Whatever. Sup, how are you doing? You exhausted? That guy looks dead. I think he wants to go home. Although, who wouldn't want to go home when they have to deal with me all day? You'd be dying to go home and sleep. Just because of the fact that I would exhaust you. And for now, we'll just leave this refrigerator car. We'll deal with it in the next episode. I'll probably just put it on the Barstow train, since it's an empty car that I don't need. Or I will take it back when we get the next train, and I'll just set it in a siding for later. Maybe I'll take it to K&O, and we'll just kind of chill it there for a bit. Alright. Let's go get this flare and disable it, because we don't need it anymore. Ah, I should close that. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Thought I heard a noise. It appears to have been nothing. Alright, well, let's turn off that light. I don't need it anymore. Let's turn off this. Alright, buddy. Hey, you can go home now. Go home. Alright, well, we've got the locomotive off. My conductor ran out of here like his life depended on it. He was out of here, and he went into his car, and he's gone. We turned our locomotives off and everything. And that's going to do it for this episode of Run 8. Next episode, we'll come back and we'll finish the Arvin route. We will get the last 3 trains switched. We have this train yet, this train, and this train here. Question is, which one do we take? The long one? Or do we start with something smaller? Although, all 3 of these trains here are fairly long. Can you believe it? This train here goes to the Arvin route. Look, I mean, just look at how long these trains are. Actually, I think this one's the longest. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that'll be it for this episode, and we'll do that in the next episode. We have another SD70 here. A big auto rack train, looks like. Anyways, yes. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. See you later. Peace!